All right, guys, this is just a reminder that this is Objective 2, Part 5 of the Alex homework. And this is the second portion. So this is Part 2 of a two-part video. So the first video is already available. If you haven't watched that one yet, definitely watch it because I go into detail about writing an equation of line using point-slope form. So now we're on writing an equation given 2 points. We are still going to use point-slope form. And just a reminder, point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay? But this time around, we're going to be given 2 points. When you're given 2 points, you have to find your slope first. And to find m, the equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. If you're wondering if you have to memorize these formulas, the answer is yes. So I would make myself flashcards. All right. So here's an example where I'm asked to find the equation of a line. Once again, when you see that wording, little bells should be going off that you're going to use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, so I'm looking to see what I'm given. I am given 2 points. The first point is negative 4, 0, and the second point is 6, negative 1. I'm going to label them x1, y1, x2, y2. And the reason why I did that is because the first thing I have to do is find m. The picnic formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And once again, if you did not watch the video where I called it the picnic formula, this is a formula of finding the slope of a line. So y2 is negative 1 and y1 is 0. x2 is 6 minus x1, which is negative 4. So I get negative 1 over 10, so my slope is negative 1/10. Okay, now that I have my slope, the second step is to use point-slope form. And point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, so I'm going to plug and chug the values in. Y minus. Now, it doesn't matter which point I use. I use the first point. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I've already labeled them x1, y1. So I'm going to put in the y1 value, which is 0. And I guess it would help if I used the pen tool. But y minus 0 equals m, which is negative 1/10, times x minus x sub 1. And x sub 1 in that point that I highlighted was negative 4. Okay, so let me just check everything. Negative 4, yes. 0 went in there, and negative 1/10. Okay, now I'm getting ready to do this last part where it says to write the equation in standard form. Okay, so y equals negative 1/10 x plus 4. Now, I have a fraction. I am going to get rid of it. I taught you guys how to kill a fraction by multiplying everything by the LCD. The LCD of this equation is 10. So I'm going to multiply the left-hand side, y, by 10. And then I'm going to multiply this side by 10. And remember I told you that do not touch whatever's inside parentheses. Okay, when I do this, I get I get 10y equals, these 10s cancel, so I get negative 1 x plus 4. Okay, now I have 10y equals negative 1x minus 4. To get it in standard form, I have to have it in ax plus by form. Okay, so I got to pull the x over to the other side, and to do that, I just add 1x to both sides. And when I do that, I get 1x plus 10y equals negative 4. To write it a little nicer, I can say x plus 10y equals negative 4. Okay, and that's how you do this one. So When you have to find an equation of a line with 2 points, you're going to be doing some work, as you can see. All right, objective number 5. Find the equations of vertical and horizontal lines. Okay, I'm going to go back because there isn't a slide that gives me a place to write this. But for a vertical line, remember, a vertical line looks like this, straight up and down. So it's basically crossing the same x values. So for a vertical line, what you're going to do is, we know that x equals a number. You're going to look at the coordinate of the point that is x. Okay? For a horizontal line, remember, horizontal lines look like this. And we know that their equation is y equals a number. So for a horizontal line, we're going to look at the y coordinate of the given point. Okay, so let's see how this all works out. Find an equation of the vertical line through -7, -2. If it's a vertical line, remember, it's x equals a number. So I look at my x value and I put x, whoa, I don't know what happened there. I put x equals -7, and I'm done. For part B, it says find an equation of a line parallel to the line y equals 3. Y equals -3 and passing through point 10, 4. If it's parallel, remember that parallel lines share the same slope. Okay, so the million-dollar question is, what's the slope? The slope for this line is basically a horizontal line, so slope 0. So we're okay there. So if we have a horizontal line, I can kind of show you what's going on here in terms of a graph. So -3 is right here. I can graph that in. Okay? If the line is parallel to that, then it's also a horizontal line. So I just look at this point, and I'm going to read off the y value. The y value is 4. That's up here. Okay, those two lines are parallel, so its equation is y equals 4. And you're done. Using point-slope form to solve problems, I don't want you to do this, so go ahead and X this out. And go ahead and X out the last page. You guys are probably really happy right now, because now you're completely done. So, with this being said, please make sure these are all filled out, and I will be looking at them when I come back to make sure that they are finished. Remember, you do have a test coming up quickly, so be very, very careful and make sure these are finished. And I thank you for watching them, and see you when I get back.